Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show in snowboarding in existence for now. We'll see what happens in another year. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the 5 stupidest things ski resorts do. Yes, it's the day after Christmas, and you're going to learn about all the stupidity that's going to ensue for the next week if you try to snowboard. Me, personally, I'm hiding inside and avoiding all the mouth breathers, because there's a lot of them out there. But you, unfortunately, probably can't. So let's break down this list for you. Number 5, paid parking. I mean, they've already price gouged you on a lift ticket, unless you own a season pass, which I hope you bought a season pass. It makes more sense to buy a season pass, and I've talked about why you need to buy a season pass previously. But in case you haven't, and you get to the resort, and suddenly you see that $20 parking bullshit, yeah, that's like the biggest fuck you from the resort that they could do. I mean, that's just stupid. It's like they're gouging you for everything else. Let's just, make it impossible for you to get to the resort. Which actually, they might be onto something here. If people can't come to the resorts, then the hills are less crowded, and those of us with season passes who also bought parking passes won't have as many people on the hill. I don't really know how I feel about this logic, but it's there. Number 4, merging the beginner chair with the terrain park chair. I mean, nothing just screams great like putting beginners with park riders. I mean, people that generally don't give a shit about anyone else with people that have no clue that they should care about everything else around them. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, send the beginners up the hill so they see the park and they see the people doing that, and so they can say to themselves, I can do that. And then they go in there and then they get hurt, and then your insurance goes up, and then you scrap having a terrain park, and then you still somehow find a way to raise lift ticket prices. Which, then again, could be part of the master plan to get no one on the fucking hill except season pass holders. This could be genius. They might be onto something here. Why is it that you want to put expert level riders with beginners on the same chair? It makes no sense. One group of people can't get off. The other group of people don't care to be near them. You're literally putting people together that don't want to be near each other. And let's just be honest. Riding a chairlift with a beginner sucks. I don't know how many times I've had to use my kung fu grip action to karate chop an arm that tried to grab me when they were falling. And I have no apologies for karate chopping man, woman, small child. It tries to grab me, it's going down. I'm not hurting myself because they can't get off a fucking chair. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Number 3. Hiring anyone with a pulse to be an instructor. Now, I've already got my thoughts on instructors, and I know a lot of instructors, and they're probably upset that these are my thoughts on instructors, but I really don't make any apologies for anything that comes out of my mouth, because I've had one too many hits to the head, and I have no empathy for anything. But I want to tell you guys a story. I used to work in a shop that was owned by Vail Resorts, which was evil, and we were the employee store, so they got a discount. So I get a girl and her brother and her boyfriend, or whatever the fuck he was. He might have been her cousin and her boyfriend. I don't know. They were from West Virginia. They had a mullet, too. All of them literally had mullets. And the first words out of their mouth were, well, we've been hired to be instructors. We've never snowboarded a day in our life. You have someone that's never done it getting a job to be the person to teach the people that have never done it. Now, if this was a one-time thing, sure, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But this was a regular occurrence with Vail Resorts. Now, I don't know about the other resorts. I'd assume they're better. But judging by the fact that I saw a guy with a Woodward copper jacket who was a coach with a snowboard covered in grenade and Nomis stickers, I mean, this snowboard literally looked like it was 12 years old. Teaching people how to ride, I really question this logic. Why would you fucking hire someone that can not ride or barely ride on their own to teach people? I mean, you're literally setting up your consumer base for failure. This is fucking retarded. Like, retarded. Why are you doing that? Oh, yes, and if you don't know, 2019 is the year of political incorrectness on Angry, so I will use a lot of terms that the social justice warriors will be triggered by. This is your one warning from Top 5s. After this, it's all downhill for 2019. Anyways, literally, they don't know how to fucking ride, and they're teaching people. You got the blind leading the blind. Like, maybe you make money from broken wrists out in the care clinic and stuff. I don't really understand the logic. Maybe you're getting kickbacks from doctors here. But why would you have someone that can't ride teach someone that can't ride? This makes no fucking sense to me. At all. Like, unless they're trying to scare away more people so the hills are empty, so those of us that know how to ride and have season passes can have the hills to ourselves. They might be onto something here. Number 2, putting slow signs and no jumping signs on rollers that are clearly supposed to be sent. Now, I understand the logic behind this. You don't want people sending off of it because they could hit people. But what you've also done is created an area where people feel safe and they can stop behind or in the blind because there's a sign that's going to protect them. That sign ain't gonna do shit. All you're telling me is, well, I can't hit it right where the sign is, but right to the right there's a nice little lip. I'm just gonna fucking send it. I mean, this is really stupid. You're training people to stop in areas where they can't be seen because the roller's here and then the slope's here and they're stopping down here and the roller's up here, and here comes me just trying to send it. And they're sitting down in a blind spot. You're literally programming your consumer base to stop in blind spots where they can't be seen. This is just horrible logic unless you're trying to kill them so they don't return, so the slopes are empty, so those of us with season passes will have better slope experience. Might be onto something with this one as well. Not sure. Really not sure about that. And the number 1 stupidest thing ski resorts do is making people that can't snowboard or ski be on mountain safety. Now, if you go to a resort that does not have mountain safety, I envy you, but I live in Colorado, and so that pretty much leaves me with Alterra or Vail Resorts, although Alterra's a little bit better than Vail Resorts. Vail Resorts they're literally fascists. They have a whole department towards mountain safety, which sounds great. Like they're gonna be out there and you're gonna be safe in ski patrol. No, this isn't ski patrol. These people aren't even allowed to touch you if you get injured. They can only call for help. They're there to tell you you're going too fast or to slow down or you need to do this or you need to do that. Just fucking bullshit. First off, these are literally the bottom feeders. These are the people that they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. So you got someone who maybe has 10 days on a mountain their whole life. I mean, 10 days on a chairlift, that's it. Trying to tell someone like me, with thousands, what to do? That doesn't fly with me. See that pencil thin carve I'm leaving there? That's not out of control, but yet Timmy over there with his knees kicked in doing a full snowplow at 60 miles an hour is in control and you're not yelling at him? This is bullshit. But mountain safety is the biggest load of bullshit. You have inexperienced riders, old people, who basically have one foot in the grave and the other slipping right in, trying to tell you you're going too fast or you're out of control. But when you're stationary and standing there and someone's coming at you, of course they look like they might be out of control or they're speeding. You're standing still, they're coming right at you, they're going right past you. Why they hire these dumb fucks that have no concept of what in control or out of control is, and then they give them the power to pull your pass or to tell you this. And I've never had a good interaction with them. Ever. You're out of control. No, I'm not. That's a pencil thin carve. I'm turning. You see how low I'm getting to the ground? I just dragged my armpit. I just ripped my left nipple off. It's over there bleeding on the ground because I dragged my whole body. I mean, I don't get where you're saying I'm out of control. Did you see me bring it up and then come to a complete stop? That should probably tell you I know what I'm doing. Oh, I sprayed my friend? Did he look upset? He got snow on him when he was snowboarding? I don't think so. You're all worried because I have to cut through a beginner area to get to the good terrain and I'm going fast and little Timmy just shit his pants because I went too close to him even though there was like a 30-foot gap between him. That's not my problem. Maybe if you just hired people that actually knew how to teach these people how to ride, we wouldn't have this problem. So if you're on mountain safety and you see this video, I want you to understand you suck. Remember this. You don't shred, you just work there. Those of us that actually do shred, we know what the fuck we're doing. We don't need you to be the fun police. You want to yell at me because I ollied that slow side? Fine, yell at me. Tell me not to do it again. I'm still gonna do it. Why? Because it's fun, and I'm out there having fun, and I don't need some fascist motherfucker trying to ruin my fun and telling me what I can and can't do. I pay your wages. Well, not really, because by the end of the season, I think I paid like $4 a day to ride, so you didn't make shit for money from me. This has been my list of top 5 stupid things that ski resorts do. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? You're probably an instructor and you're butthurt about some of the things I said. I don't really care. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click that bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we've got going on. And if you'd really like to support us, swing over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. You can get stickers, you can win prizes, there's behind the scenes content, and you'll be supporting us to do the content that you love. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber. I'll still be your host, Avran LeFeber, but I've been your host. I want you to know that. And I'll see you in another video.